Hello and welcome back. Today we've got another £500 worth of £2 coins we're hunting through. Again, we've got what would appear to be bag bags, but is a bag of sealed bags. I can only assume that they've gone into the bank and they've had to split a bag and re-bagged up this. So maybe there'll be some bags in amongst that, but I didn't spot any. Anyway, we're not really interested in the bags, we're interested in the contents. And what we're interested in the contents for is to fill this book. We want each of the different commemorative £2 coins. We're just hunting 3 Commonwealth games, Northern Ireland, Wales and Scotland. The Commonwealth games are quite tricky to find. We haven't had an awful lot of luck with them in this book. We have found 2 of the Commonwealth games England's though, which is a bit frustrating, but it's a lovely coin to find whether it's a duplicate or not. Anyway, we need the Navy Centenary with the flag era as well. And then we've got spaces for anything after the Great Fire of London. There's some Britannias and hopefully soon some of the new definitives, but we've been looking for those for a long time and have still yet to find any. So let's get in the bag, see what we do get. Okay then, we'll get into the first bag and I'll show you what it is we're looking for. That is the definitive design up to 2015 technologies. There are some lower minted years, just not low enough that I think that they're worth keeping or looking out for. This is the 5th and final portrait of Queen Elizabeth II on coins, designed by Jodie Clark. As it's on a £2 coin, we know it'll be something. It's a Shakespeare Tragedies, very nice. One of 3 Shakespeare £2 coins. This is the middle of the road one. It's not the rarest, but it is not the most common. Check the edge inscription. What a piece of work is a man. That is correct for the Shakespeare Tragedies. We do check all the 2016 edge inscriptions on video because it seems to have been a bad year for the Royal Mint putting the right edge inscriptions on coins, or I should say minting, because they get the edge inscriptions are put on before they have the designs minted on. So putting the right coin onto the edge inscripted outer blank, because again it's not a coin at that point. So anyway, we're arguing semantics, you know what I mean. Where the design doesn't match the edge inscription, 2016 seems to have been a bit of a bogey year, and I have in fact in the past found one of those error coins, a Shakespeare Tragedies that said for king and country instead of what a piece of work is a man. I will check of course all the other coins, including these technologies definitives, for edge inscription errors, just in case there's an error lurking that has not been found yet. This is the Army Centenary. First we'll check for the rotation error, which this one doesn't have, and the edge inscription for king and country, so that's all present and correct. It's one of the coins there, along with the the slave trade, the Act of Union. I knew it was an A. People have been telling me that there are rotation errors, so again I'll check all the rest of the coins, commemoratives and definitives for rotation errors at the end of the video too, and update you. Right, Act of Union, very common coin. This is quite nice condition for a coin of this age, but no rotation error on that one sadly. But one of these days we'll find a decent rotation error on a commemorative £2 coin. I found, I think I said before, a very minor rotation error on the gunpowder plot £2 coin. So minor I wouldn't even have spotted it had I not had 2 of them in hand to check simultaneously. This is Trinity House, one of the more common coins. Nice design, there's a bit of a schmutz on there, oxidization, whatever you want to call it. But that's fine, we don't mind a bit of grub on a common face value coin, because naturally the vast majority of the coins that we go through and we find will be common ones. That's just how probability works. You'll find the most common ones most often. No rotation error on that one. So yeah, if they're a bit corroded, that's fine. It's the really rare ones, the hard to find ones. Ideally we don't want them to be corroded, but if we found a Commonwealth Games Northern Ireland with some corrosion on it, oxidization or whatever, I wouldn't grumble at that either, because it's still a very nice coin. Charles Dickens there, another common coin. I find plenty of those out and about. There's another 5th portrait of the Queen. It's not Shakespeare, it's just autopilot mode there. Army Centenary. Right, so there's no rotation error because we flipped it around. King and country. So that's fine. That one's a little bit battered, isn't it? So if we had a bit of a tough life out in circulation. But no, the common ones of course will go back to the bank. I don't keep every commemorative coin I find, that'd be far too expensive. It's expensive enough just keeping the ones I keep. That's something though. Gibraltarian 2010. So coins from places, the crown dependencies or territories as most people lump them together, they aren't supposed to be in our mainland UK change. The value is pegged to the same value as the mainland UK, so this is worth £2 here, worth £2 in Gibraltar, the same £2 as it would be here, but it's not legal tender in the UK, so they are quite exciting to come across. Oh look, the Battle of Trafalgar, not one that we see an awful lot of. That's a lovely find. Also no edge inscription on these ones either. So if we'd done an edge inscription hunt on that, how cool would that have been? But the design kind of reminds me of the trial £2 coin. Trial coins and pattern pieces you might see them being called as well. There's another steam locomotive, well not another steam locomotive, another commemorative steam locomotive we've not seen today. So trial piece, pattern piece, basically when the Royal Mint decide they're going to do a new coin, or revamp a coin as they did, turning the £2 coin from the old single metal £2 coin into the bimetallic one we see in use today like this. They also had to test that would work. They need to test that they can mass produce them, because circulating coins need to be struck quickly at speed and en masse, because so many of them are minted. It's a very grubby Brunel portrait there. So there we go. There's a much nicer but still a fairly grubby Brunel. Again, it's minted in 2006, which is a fair while ago, so we'll forgive him for being a bit dirty. So they've got to make sure the coins can be produced en masse, quick enough for circulation. They also need to check that they will work. That's obviously the first time we had the bimetallic £2 coin. They've got to make sure the inner and the outer would stay locked into the same place, otherwise it would be rubbish if your inner kept falling out. I guess you could use it then as a £1 coin, pop the middle out, and like use the inner or the outer as a £1. But no, that was not the intention. So they have to make sure that works. And then they also they tend to send them out to companies that use lots of coins, so places like vending machines. They need to test that they will go through the machine and give ample time for companies to calibrate machines and whatever to be able to accept these new coins as they go into circulation. And prior to the 1997 bimetallic £2 coin, the first one that got circulated, there was this cool little set produced with the trial design, and I forget what the ship is on it. I think it was the Mayflower. I want to say Mary Rose, so that makes me think no, it's the Mayflower. I get the two mixed up in my head. So it was an older design of the Mayflower that's put onto the coin. Well, it's not technically a coin if it's a trial or pattern piece. Oh, there's another Shakespeare. Shakespeare's Histories, the Hollow Crown. So that's all fine. Because a trial piece or a pattern piece are not coins. They don't have a value. Hence, if they don't have a value, they don't have to go through royal proclamation, which is an interesting little facet. Obviously, when a coin is being planned, one of the earliest points that we get to hear about it in the public domain is through the royal proclamation, where it outlines a coin that they're going to produce, the specifications, and a little bit of a teaser description of what the design might be. Although sometimes it can be a little bit vague. It will say on I don't know, on the steam locomotive, it might have said something like £2 coin featuring steam locomotive and the legend which reads as ba 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 ba. So it does then leave it quite open to interpretation as to what that's going to look like. I guess that'd be kind of a fun video, wouldn't it? Taking some royal proclamations and trying to create the design from the proclamation before it comes out and seeing how close we are. If I was more artistic, I think that would make for quite the fun design, quite the fun video. There's Guy Fawkes, Gunpowder Plot. The edge inscription, it does the rounds every now and again. Pemember, or Pemembep, the R in remember. The kicker is sometimes a little bit hidden or just missing. It's a fairly common anomaly to come across. I like using the word anomaly, so it was someone at the Royal Mint experience that used that first, and it stuck in my head as a much better way to describe an error that I guess is an error, but the problem is you say error and you think, oh, that must be valuable and rare, and sometimes they're not. Right, Charles Darwin there, it's a weird one because he's either a smidge over face value or quite a bit over face value. A bit like the Shakespeares. Obviously, well, the prices I put up for the coins, they're based on sold listings on eBay. That's why they change from video to video. It depends when I'm editing the video. But obviously you look at sold listings because you don't look up what things are being listed for, because you can list whatever you want for whatever price you want over on eBay, and you will see some absolutely crazy prices for some of the very common coins. It does not mean that's what they're worth. Unfortunately, that's where a lot of people trip up. They find a commemorative coin and maybe they're not a coin collector, and they will assume, oh, someone's selling for £1,000 on eBay or £10,000 on eBay. That must be what they are worth. Unfortunately, as most of us know, that is not the case. There are some coins out there that are worth more than face value, but thousands of pounds, unfortunately not. Right, there's active union. Check for the rotation error. Sadly not on that. The counter we've got for some of the designs, not all of them, so I don't have infinite time to edit the videos. It'd be great though to be able to do counters for all the different commemoratives, but that unfortunately would take me too long to edit a video. I cherry pick some coins, some common coins, some uncommon coins, but more recently I've been picking ones that there are errors that we're looking for. So on the active union it is the rotation error. I think in the last book I did the Lord Kitchener where there's the mule error, and the Army Centenary where there's the rotation error and potential edge inscription error as well. Just to see how many chances at the end of the video series, end of the book, how many chances did we have of getting an error. Well, we've come to the last bag of the hunt. We've got one star find so far and a couple of nicer ones. I forgot to do an edge inscription hunt, so apologies for those that like those. I got chattering too much. Anyway, links are in the description of this video to my coin collecting Discord server if you want to come over and join that. There's also links to my other social media channels, the PO Box address if you want to write into me, and a link to the Britannia Coin Company's YouTube channel if you want to go and support that. This is a company I work for as my day job, so please do check their YouTube channel out. I'm just going to whiz through all the coins off to the side and on the table to see if there's any errors we've missed whilst going through the coins. Well, unfortunately no errors found. It's been quite a while since we found an error coin in amongst it all, so we've just got to keep hunting. Eventually we'll find more. In terms of our star finds, I think it's an obvious choice. That Gibraltarian £2 coin is absolutely stunning. Tends to be over face value as well. I don't know exactly how valuable it is, but very, very cool nonetheless. But let me know in the comments what your favourite coin from today's video has been, and all it leaves me to do is thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for more coins. Bye.